clase, feliz viernes. How is everybody doing? ¿Cómo están? I hope really good. Entonces, the first thing you guys are going to need to do, por favor, es en el libro, es decir, your packet, la página 52. 52. Tenemos una lista de palabras. Se llaman adjetivos, son adjectives. We want to look on the left side ones, the ones for ser. There's only 10 of them. So, alto, if you're a boy, alta, if you're a girl, bajo, baja. You guys can look through those lists, practice saying them out loud to each other, por ejemplo. And let's go ahead and even just do it soy, for I am. Think about what you are like yourself. Go through the list and create a list for yourself. Soy alta, no soy baja. I'm doing mine. Soy grande, I don't know. Soy pequeña, I don't know. I guess you couldn't really decide. Maybe, I don't know. But no soy joven, soy vieja, soy guapa, soy buena, no soy mala, right? We're being generous with ourselves. Go ahead and call yourself good looking. So that's just a really general, very first introduction to some of the adjectives, but as we know, if you're a boy, it certainly ends in O. If it's a girl, it certainly ends in A. So right now, we're just looking at the adjectives for ser. And I'm going to explain our activity for you in just a second, but these adjectives that they give us, there's only 9 of them, I think. And so those aren't a whole lot to work with. Next week I'm going to give you supplementary adjectives that are outside of this text, because that's just not enough. How are you going to really describe yourself or describe somebody only working with these adjectives? So I'm going to give us more. Alright, Mrs. Crest has given you guys this piece of paper. This is Battleship. The first thing you guys are going to do, let's see here, get partners. Get partners. Think about who you want to be playing this game with. First thing you're going to do is you're going to look at this top section. That's your scoreboard. We've got 4 ships to work with. Your scoreboard, the top one here. So that's we'll talk about the bottom one here in a second, but for right now we're just talking about the top one. So you've got 4 ships. You're going to position your ship somewhere, and we'll talk more about the grid and the adjectives and the side part here in just a second. But you've got 4 ships. So, for example, I'm going to fill in my bote. Mi bote has 2 X's. So I'm going to put my bote. I'm going to cross it out. I'm going to fill it in, and that's where I put my boat. My first bote. I'll do my barco. 1, 2, 3. Por ejemplo, I decided to put my mi barco right here. Alright, velero. Y el destructor. Okay, you can't go diagonal. No diagonal. Fill in your boats, right? Cross them off up here, filled them in. That's my grid. That's my personal grid. Don't let your partner see where you're putting your ships, right? You should be separate at this point in time. So you're working with somebody, but like maybe you take a folder or a book and you're putting it up so that they are not seeing where you are filling in your own grid. Muy bien. Okay, so you each have your grids filled out. So now it's the bottom part. So for example, I say to my partner, tú eres bueno. Now I have to get my adjective right for whether I'm talking to a girl or a boy. So I said tú eres bueno if I'm playing with Rafael or Tomas or a boy. But I'm also my other partner. There isn't anything there on that part. So I say, no. The other person says, no, I don't have a ship there. So I go to tú eres bueno, and I fill in a circle, because that is a miss. Es un perdido. Perdido for miss. Perdido. Don't worry too much about how to say the hit or miss in Espanol. That will be another day when I'm there with you in class and we can practice it more. But that's what it's called. Perdido. Missed. So the next person goes, here's another example. So say somebody says, Oscar es alto. Well, that is where one of my ships is. So I'll say, sí, and you will write an X in that spot. And the word for hit in Espanol is pegado. So instead of writing an O when there wasn't a ship, perdido, no, I would write an X, because that correlates with really where my ships are up here. So you just do that back and forth, and you try and discover where each other's ships are. Now, so for my last example where there was a ship, pegado, I was hit, the subsequent follow-up questions are clearly going to want to be in, oops, this is hard, in this region, right? So you're going to want to decide, do you want to start going up higher, you want to go down lower, but you have a starting point. So then you keep asking subsequent questions about Oscar, about usted, right? Questions within that reason. So go ahead and play that back and forth for a little while. Perdido, perdido. Let's see here, I guess I can write it down for you. Perdido significa miss. Oh, it doesn't show up very good. Perdido, missed. Pegado, pegado, if you got a hit. Pegado, bottom one, pegado. Hundiste mi barco. You sunk. Looks like this. I'm sorry, just 1 second. Hundiste. Hundiste mi barco. You sunk my battleship. I was going to have you guys do a follow-up worksheet, but as it turns out, I decided not to. So maybe this will take you the whole class. I was going to give you an assignment to do, but as it turns out, I don't want to confuse you, so it would be better for us just to wait for us to do it together when I can help you with it and explain it better to you, talking about some plural adjectives and practicing ser, yo soy, tú eres. For now, let's just work with what you got with the singular. Oh, here's my nephew, mi sobrino. Mi sobrino. Say hola.
Hola.
La familia es mi sobrino. All right, clase. Adios.